No space for hypocrite Harry. Duke cowardly flatters the Queen after his life in America at stake. Prince Harry last night honored the Queen for dedicating her life to service despite moving to the US and leaving the royal family. The Duke of Sussex paid tribute to Her Majesty in the documentary Prince Philip, The Family Remembers, which aired on the BBC last night. He joined more than 12 family members for the special hour-long show, but while some of the family were filmed in royal palaces, Harry gave his interviews alone from the US. And after famously telling the Queen that service is universal after she stripped him and Meghan of their royal titles, the prince praised his grandmother for dedicating her life to just that. Speaking of his grandparents' relationship, Harry said, "From my grandmother's perspective, to have someone like that on your shoulder for 73 years of marriage, it doesn't get better than that. The two of them together were just the most adorable couple. I don't know if anyone has ever described them as adorable. But for me, knowing the cheekiness of him, and that behind what the world sees you have two individuals who were very much in love and both at a very young age dedicated their life to service." Earlier this year, Harry and Meghan hit back at the Queen after she stripped them of their royal titles, saying, "We can all live a life of service." A statement released by the palace said the Queen wrote to say it is not possible to continue with the responsibilities and duties that come with a life of public service. But after moving to the US, Harry and Meghan hit back and said, "We can all live a life of service. Service is universal." Last night, Harry said the Queen and Philip had an incredible bond, while his grandfather was unapologetically him at all times. He said, "He was authentically himself. What you see is what you got with my grandfather, and that's what I loved more than anything else. He was unapologetically him, at all times. No matter where he was, no matter what he was doing, no matter who he was speaking to." The praise was echoed by other family members throughout the program, with Harry saying Philip had a fantastic innings. "More than anything, I miss his humor, but I miss him more for my grandmother because I know how incredibly strong she was with him there," he said. "I also know she's going to be okay without him." It's a bond Harry shares with his own wife Meghan, with the couple striving to be their authentic selves, while speaking openly about their life experiences since stepping down from royal life. Eric Schiffer, chairman of Reputation Management Consultants, previously told Newsweek, "The strategy Harry's built is to outgun William and to be seen as the authentic prince on the global stage, and it's been beautifully executed. They're very disciplined at it." The special documentary last night featured interviews with all of the Queen and Prince Philip's children, including the Prince of Wales, the Princess Royal, the Duke of York and the Earl of Wessex. Also interviewed are some of the adult grandchildren, including Zara Phillips and Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie, as well as the Duchess of Cornwall. Since he was young, Prince Harry has been very aware of the warmth that has been extended to him by members of the public. He feels lucky to have so many people supporting him and knows what a fortunate and privileged life he leads. But the past week has seen a line crossed. His girlfriend, Meghan Markle, has been subject to a wave of abuse and harassment. Some of this has been very public: the smear on the front page of a national newspaper, the racial undertones of comment pieces, and the outright sexism and racism of social media trolls and web article comments. Some of it has been hidden from the public, the nightly legal battles to keep defamatory stories out of papers, her mother having to struggle past photographers in order to get to her front door, the attempts of reporters and photographers to gain illegal entry to her home and the calls to police that followed, the substantial bribes offered by papers to her ex-boyfriend, the bombardment of nearly every friend, co-worker, and loved one in her life. Friend,